Hey everyone, so as you may know, we had our first ever live show on June 5th at
It was
WNY.
lit.
It was popping.
It was fantastic.
If we do say so ourselves. So we hung out at WNYC's first ever women's podcast festival in the Jerome L. Green space in New York City. We had freaking balloons.
Like the Robin Thicke balloons that spelled out another round.
Yeah, so instead of being like, Robin Thicke's shit.
Yeah, we
made it our shit.
upgraded Robin Thicke's balloons.
Yes. Anyways, this is the condensed version. You can watch the full 2 hours. Well, not full 2 hours. You can watch the hour-ish at BuzzFeed.com/another round where we've embedded the video.
You get to watch us interview Roxane Gay.
Oh, I love her so much.
Do some drunken debates.
Every time I listen to Drunken Debates, I thought I did better than I did. So look forward to that.
Yes. And everybody's been saying that they want a longer show. This one is about an hour.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Because we love y'all. All right, here's the show, y'all. Hi, everyone. I'm Heben.
I'm Tracy.
And welcome to another round with Heben and Tracy.
Hey.
Cheers, everyone.
I will dance as long as there's music on. I don't know.
So we are very excited to be here. Thank you so much to WNYC for hosting this women's podcasting conference. It means a lot to us, and we are very appreciative of our space in the podcasting world.
Yes.
But obviously, we are here for women in podcasting.
I mean, men also.
We all know men are
it's nice that you're here. However, I wasn't gonna start out that hard, but shit, let's do it then.
No, we should go ham already.
Fix yourselves, guys. Fix it.
Tracy, you look so good.
Oh my God, thank you. So
Tracy's shirt says uppity on it. I feel like I should preface the show the same way Keegan-Michael Key prefaced the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Hold on to your lily white butts.
Yes. I would also like to say, in reference to this shirt, I self-identify as an uppity Negro, which some of y'all cheering a little too loud. Who was that? Okay, it's all right.
Only she can say that.
You're
nobody
good,
else.
You're good. But yes, do not call me that. It's just it's a thing. Anyway. Heben, how are you? How are you?
Feeling
you look great
good.
too, by the way.
Thank you.
Just slaying.
I was like, shit, let me hit up H&M.
Hey,
I got a show to do. All right. We got a full show for you guys. So on this show, we're going to do a little bit of quiz time.
Gonna redeem myself.
Maybe. Joke time with Tracy.
Just a little bit.
Literally all you're here for. And then we're going to do some Roxane Gay interviewing.
Roxane Gay, who's going to be fucking amazing.
Let's get started, y'all. A few weeks ago, I did a little thing called a Jason Bateman quiz, where Jason Bateman plays a lot of middle-aged white dudes. So I was like, wow, I bet I could make up as many Jason Bateman names as he already has.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that again, but for this crowd specifically. So this little quiz is this a white dude who works at public radio? Or just some syllables I mashed together? Are you ready, Tracy?
I am. So let me say that I failed miserably at the Jason Bateman quiz.
You did okay.
Well, bless you. Bless you. You do not have to be nice to me. I'm a big girl. But I don't know anybody in public radio, so I'm nervous.
I make all these quizzes knowing Tracy's weaknesses.
As a true friend does.
So, public radio white dude names. Are you ready for this quiz?
Yes.
Which of these dudes is a real guy who works in public radio?
Okay.
1, Sepp Blatter. Guy Raz. Or Tobias Tarth. Again, that's Sepp Blatter, Guy Raz, Tobias Tarth.
Bladder like a bladder?
Blatter.
Okay, not much better.
Guy Raz, Tobias Tarth.
I'm going to say that the actual white guy is the second one?
Guy Raz?
Guy, yes.
That is correct, everyone.
Yeah.
Look at you, Tracy. No,
I'm on a roll. Let's go. Number 2. Line him up.
Next question. Xander Hagel.
Jesus.
Satirius Johnson. Octavius Edmund. Again, that's Xander Hagel, Satirius Johnson, Octavius Edmund.
Satirius sounds like a black man.
It does.
Satirius' middle name is Tyrone, so I'm gonna guess the Xander?
Xander Hagel is incorrect. Satirius Johnson is a real white man that works in public.
You lying. I'm gonna need a receipt.
Shout out to Satirius. All right, Tracy.
What?
Let's see how you do on the next one.
Satirius, really?
We have Simon Scott, Scott Simon, and Dickstein Shapiro.
What? Let's talk about Dickstein. Can you spell it? Can you give me the origin? Can you use it in a sentence?
Dickstein. I have no idea how to use it in a sentence.
Okay, I'm gonna say Dickstein. Dicksteinstein.
All right, the real answer is Scott Simon Tracy.
Damn it.
Dickstein Shapiro is the name of the lobbying firm of the former House Speaker Dennis Hassert, who was recently indicted by a federal grand jury.
Wow.
So it's not a real white guy's name, it's a combination of two white guys' names.
Trick question. Okay, that's fair.
But I saw that in the Washington Post. I was like, oh, I gotta put that in the quiz.
I still have time to come back, though.
You have a little time.
I'm still in the game. I'm still in the game. Let's go. Did that sound believable?
Carl Castle.
Okay.
Kale Carmack.
Kale like the food?
Kale like the food. Or Calvin Cade. I had so much fun with this.
So white people love kale, right? I feel like
they named their child Kale.
Yes. I'm gonna go with Kale. I feel like somewhere somebody was like, one day it's gonna be a big thing, gonna be a big name.
Tracy.
God,
Carl Castle. Tracy, get it together. All right, you have one last opportunity. Greg Hackenhort. Tanner Sherpenserp. Or David Folkenflick. One more time, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
Greg Hackenhort. Tanner Sherpenserp. David Folkenflick.
Okay, I feel very confident in this one. It's Greg, whatever you said. It is. Don't try to tell me it's
Tracy,
not.
you're wrong. It is David Folkenflick. Tanner Sherpenserp is the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Jeez, man.
Tracy, you put in a valiant effort.
I got one right, though, right?
You got 1 out of 5. I think, ladies and gentlemen, Tracy put in a good effort. Let's put a little round of applause for her.
I'm pretty sad. I'm pretty broken up about this.
I think we need to bring up the mood a little bit.
Because I'm
because
depressed.
of that poor performance. Just kidding, Tracy.
In my face, though. Like right in my face.
So what time is it, Tracy?
Well, according to my watch that I'm not wearing, I think it's Tracy's joke time. All right, how's everybody doing tonight, huh? Bro, y'all okay? Good?
Oh my
Good?
God.
Everybody
never
tip
have
your
given
waitress.
Tracy a separate situation.
Too late. So, there's this guy, right? Guy's name is Bob. Bob has a pig. Bob takes the pig to a veterinarian one day. Vet's name is Jerome. How about that? Who knew? But nobody was
Shout out to
expecting
the
that.
Jerome Green Space.
Yes. So the guy walks in with the pig, and the pig looks like it's sleeping, right? So he puts it on the table. Bob's like, Doc, I don't know what's wrong with my pig. He's been asleep for a long time. He hasn't eaten in days. I don't know what's wrong with him. Help me out. And Jerome looks at the pig, and he's like, oh, wow, sir, I'm sad to tell you, but your pig is no longer with us. He's dead. He's obviously dead. You said he hasn't moved in days. Hey, just telling the story, man.
Okay.
Just telling the story. And so Bob's like, nah, it's got to be something else going on. Like maybe he's got the flu, swine flu, perhaps.
Get out, Tracy.
Maybe because swine flu was a real disease that was happening a while ago. Maybe it's the swine flu. Like, can you just look and see? Try to help my pig. I love him very much. And so Jerome's like, all right, dude, hold on a second. Jerome leaves. He comes back in with a retriever, a Labrador retriever. And he walks around the pig, and, he kind of sniffs at it, and he kind of paws at it a little bit. Then he walks over to Jerome. He looks at him, and he barks twice. And he gives him a sad look, and he walks out of the room. And Jerome looks at Bob and he says, yeah, I'm sorry, but your pig is dead. And Bob's like, nah, man, maybe he's like a narcoleptic, or he's got like a parasite. I don't know, something has to be going on. You gotta fix my pig. Jerome's like, all right, man, I'll be right back. Leaves the room. He leaves the room, he comes back in with a cat. He comes back in with a cat. The cat does the same thing. Sorry. The cat does the same thing that the dog does. And he just walks around the pig and he's like pawing at it and he kind of sniffs it, whatever. And the cat walks over to... The cat walks... I can do it. The cat walks over to Jerome. He meows twice. And he walks out of the room and Jerome's like, listen, I have other live patients to see. Your pig is dead. There's nothing I can do. Finally, Bob's like, all right, I guess I was just in denial. I didn't want to accept it. What do I owe you? I'm going to pay so I can go bury my pig. I'm sorry, guys.
This dark-ass joke.
Life is dark sometimes, Heben.
All right, don't do this.
So he's like, how much do I owe you? And Jerome says, oh, that'll be $800. Bob is like, what? You're gonna charge me $800 to tell me that my pig is dead? What kind of operation is this? And then Jerome says, well, it would have been $40 without the lab report and the CAT scan. Because the lab was the dog.
We got it, Tracy. You
get it down,
We got it.
It walks around.
We got it,
like,
Tracy. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Another joke?
No. Tracy, no.
Sorry.
We are so unbelievably excited to have Roxane Gay here with us. As you already know, Roxane is the author of the New York Times bestseller Bad Feminist, the critically acclaimed novel An Untamed State, a columnist at The Butter, which is the new vertical from The Toast. Get it? You can basically find her writing...
The butter, the toast.
They got it, Tracy.
I get it.
You can basically find her writing where all good writing is found. She's seriously written for everyone. But in addition to her prolific writing, you know her from her prolific Twitter account. She can be found at rgay, where she live tweets her love for Ina Garten, her love for Channing Tatum, and all collective things that we love. Please join me in welcoming Roxane Gay to the stage, everyone. Hey,
girl, hey.
Welcome to the stage.
What's up? Thank you for coming and hanging out.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh, we're so glad to have you. We have 1,000 questions to ask.
Let's start.
We
have to go back a bit.
Oh.
CAT scan.
Okay, because here's the
lab
thing.
report.
So the lab was the dog.
Don't do this, Tracy. Don't do this.
Walks around.
Don't
Girl,
do this in
I
front of
got
my
it.
guests.
Okay.
I just need to know where you learned that. Did you make it up yourself?
I'm not that clever.
Okay.
I have my sources.
Good. Don't claim that.
I'm glad I didn't tell the other one. The other one would have made everybody very mad. So,
All right.
well, differences aside, I think we can still get through this. So I feel like everybody in here knows all about you and what you do, but we like to start every interview by asking, what do you do and why?
I am a connoisseur of Lifetime movies.
Yes.
No, what do? I write. And I write because for me, writing is like breathing. It's kind of self-medication. So I write just because I can't imagine doing anything else. And I have a lot of opinions. And apparently I feel the need to express them constantly. At least my dad says, you know, you have a lot of opinion, okay? I'm like, what? Oh, you have a lot of opinion.
So as we were doing some background research, I didn't realize you went to Exeter and Yale. Do you feel like...
Right?
I try to keep it on the down low.
Front Street. This is Front Street.
Do
Thanks.
you feel like going to like those sort of like higher education institutions prepared you for being in academia?
No, yes and no. They prepared me for dealing with white people.
Speak on it.
You need a church fan. I got you.
AKA academia.
Yes.
So yeah, in that regard, absolutely. Mostly they prepared me to think for myself because at elite institutions, there's oftentimes a singular way they want you to think. And I refused. And so it worked out pretty well. And it certainly prepared me for how I want to teach and how I don't want to teach.
Real.
Realness.
So you are sort of in a pretty rare position where you had 2 books come out in the same year. Time magazine called 2014 The Year of Roxane Gay, which is dope.
Yes.
And you have another book coming out about food. Can you tell us a little bit about that book?
Yes, my next book is called Hunger.
Yes.
It's theoretically coming out in May or June 2016.
Okay, theoretically.
And so I'm writing about learning to cook late in life, in part, but it's memoir about obesity and what it's like to have a morbidly obese body in this world, culturally, where such bodies are oftentimes treated in really degrading ways. And so what does it mean to move through the world when your body doesn't fit anywhere? And it's called Hunger.
You were tweeting about how the oppressive thinness of New York City kind of had you on edge.
Oh, God, yeah.
Speak on it.
I'm telling you, these women wear their like 10-inch heels, and then they walk down the sidewalk like missiles. I'm just like, look, I am trying to stay out of your way, but I can't like be part of the building. I can only walk close to it. Yes.
Is there some place where you feel the most comfortable physically in yourself and your body, like it feels like home and like normal and natural to you?
Not really, but the Midwest, definitely, it's easier.
Shout out to the Midwest. Woo, woo.
Yes, and you know, you go to these cities and you realize, wow, people in the Midwest are healthy, or we're
stout.
Yes, sturdy folk. And then you come to the city and it's like, wow,
yeah,
okay. So you know, it is hard to feel like comfortable and like you belong when you go to every event and it's a bunch of like thin people wearing high heels and tight jeans, and it's like, just let your genitals breathe. Those pants are too tight.
What about the babies that might need to come out of their window?
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and I see so many men in really tight, dark denim, and
No kids for
I just
them.
think
None.
you're not going to reproduce that way. You have to free the testicles. So I worry.
# free the testicles. Please tweet that now.
So you have a 3rd book coming out, and a 4th book, sorry. And I was talking to a book agent friend of mine, and she was kind of suggesting that books, especially memoir, essay style books from women, are like kind of having a moment.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay.
Let me finish.
Sorry, let me stop the rolling of my eyes.
Her suggestion was that it's annoying that you have to kind of phrase it that way, but in real terms, people are actually more and more interested in these kinds of books. Do you feel like, from your position, you see that in the publishing world, or are you not that hopeful?
Take your time, boy.
Well, I already signed my contract, so I can say what I want.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
Clap back.
Go off.
You know, I think that women are expected to bare their souls and excavate their past and their present and their future. And that's what publishing is interested in, is sort of cannibalizing of the self, and that men aren't expected to do the same thing. So I don't think we're having a moment. I think that we're just recognizing what has long been true. But that said, that doesn't mean we don't have things worth telling and that are necessary to tell. And it's a question of how much agency you allow yourself to have when you are pulling from your life and writing memoir.
So are you suggesting women are asked to write memoirs more?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I think women are inordinately asked to write memoir, and not taken as seriously when we want to write literary nonfiction, investigative nonfiction, fiction, or anything. It's like the only thing we're allowed to be authorities on is ourselves. Yes.
Yes, y'all. Yes.
As I said it, I was like, oh, that's good.
Yes.
I used to say I would never write memoir as a way of resisting that, but then it's like they win, like because I'm controlling what I'm going to do to make a point, and they're continuing to just be ignorant. And so I've tried to find a happy compromise by working with an editor who doesn't expect me to cannibalize, who's like interested in what I actually have to say, how I choose to say it, and that has been wonderful.
Has anything surprised you about the way your work is talked about, or maybe even the way it's marketed?
Marketed, no. The marketing has been, I feel, really good. I'm really happy with the marketing, and I felt really involved in the entire process, which is rare, but I felt really lucky. The way my work is talked about is hilarious.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, it depends. Like, there's one line in the book, and there's a group of women mostly who have picked up on this line and will not let it go. And I wrote about how I'm not super well versed in feminist texts. So there's a group of people who feel like I shouldn't be able to talk about feminism.
Ooh,
because
girl.
But like, if you read the book, you'd realize that I quote many feminist texts in the book. So that was just like one line that people, I mean, they're like, you don't know anything about feminism? Like, okay, take this Judith Butler and shove it up your ass.
Okay. So, on that note, your Twitter is amazing for a lot of different reasons. But one of my favorite things to watch you do is to just like shut people down without a caps lock, without a cuss word, without a your mama's a bitch or whatever. And I just think that
Classy clapback.
the classy clapback, if you will.
I will.
I would love to.
I will allow it.
I'm like my version of the classy clapback is just being like, you're not smart. And then like the conversation is over. But you just have like a finesse and a grace, and just like how do you engage in these conversations, because they can be physically and emotionally draining.
They're extremely
Yeah,
And you do it a lot and well,
Yes.
and like with like calm and
How do you not go
reason
nuts?
and
Or do you go nuts and we just
fairness.
don't
I go
and
nuts
care.
and you don't see it. Well, it's a couple things. Like, for a long time I said nothing and I ignored the quote unquote trolls, but I think you ignore and they keep talking their shit. And I'm tired of just like letting you talk badly about me and also
Yes.
incorrectly. Like when they just get factual information wrong, I have to say something. But I also try to approach it from just a really calm place of just, you're an idiot, but I'm going to tell you why in a really polite
Yes.
way, and then go with God.
Yes.
And I try not to curse too much because my dad secretly reads my Twitter feed. Hi, Dad.
I think my mom reads mine too.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like
Just
last
terrified.
My
night.
mom doesn't even know about the podcast. Nobody tell her, guys.
I don't tell them much about my career, but they follow like stalkers. And so last night, my mom called and said, "What store told you to go find the lower priced items in the back?" It was 20 minutes after I had tweeted. And she's like, "Your father told me." Yes, I know he told you, because she respects my boundaries. I'm sorry, these 69,000 people following me can know what's going on, Dad,
Right.
not you.
Identify.
So I keep them in mind also when I'm on Twitter talking to these people, like how would they want me to engage with this sort of negativity? And they've always been really good about standing up for themselves, but also taking not the high road, but the strong road. And so that is also a great motivating factor when I talk to these people.
How do you decide who to respond to and what conversations to engage in and which to ignore and leave
Even
alone.
like even in your writing, not just on Twitter, I feel like you are pretty topical, and that's pretty draining to respond to all the like racist shit, sexist shit, whatever. Like whatever happened that week, to respond to it. Like how do you decide?
It depends.
What to engage in?
On Twitter, it just depends on my mood. Oftentimes, I'm just irritated, and so that's a great way to get my irritation.
Same. I do the same thing.
And I do it until my best friend tells me to stop, one way or another. Like, she's basically the boss of me, and so, yes, I have a boss, and so sometimes she'll just email me, stop, or it'll be a text, or it'll be a tweet, and I'm like, oh, God damn it! But someone's wrong on the internet. I try to respond to the things that I feel moved to respond to, things that I feel I have something valuable to say. If I don't have something valuable, or if I don't feel like I have enough authority to do so, then I just pass it by. Like, I have a lot of opinions about Caitlyn Jenner coming out and the way she posed for Vanity Fair, and I know my lane. So I can have opinions and I can discuss them with my friends, but I'm not going to write an essay about it. I'm going to read. And I'm primarily going to read what other transgender people have to say about it. I really appreciated what Laverne Cox said.
Last year, there was an interesting conversation. The Atlantic's Ta-Nehisi Coates wrote about Melissa Harris Perry being America's foremost public intellectual. When he wrote that, some people didn't respond well to that.
White people lost their shit. They went.
I think specifically Dylan Byers at Politico, the media reporter.
I'm actually writing a story about that.
Really?
It's so bizarre you bring this up.
Well, I wanted to ask you if you consider yourself a public intellectual, because you kind of sit at the sort of, you're really involved in media writing, but you're also an academic, and you very purposefully and pointedly say you want to like have your language be accessible, and you're trying to blend high-minded topics with sort of accessible language. Do you consider yourself a public intellectual?
Not really, but I know other people do. And I realize that increasingly I'm seen that way, which I'm okay with. I just see myself as a writer.
Well, what are you writing about it?
I'm writing about the rise of the Black public intellectual.
Ooh! Yes!
Yes.
You better put yourself in that history.
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully it's going to be a cover story.
Ooh.
For a magazine.
Which one?
Someone in the
One
audience
that used
just
to have a
asked
lot
which
of
one.
white writers.
That could be anything.
So all of them. You're writing for all of them. Okay, so I think we don't have that much time, so I would like to switch gears a little bit.
Wait, quick question. I heard
sorry.
rumor about a bad feminist TV show, and you...
Ooh, yes.
Or that you are in talks with some TV people about something.
TV things are percolating.
Please
It's time
tease for the
percolator.
audience what the heck
It's
that
time for the
means.
percolator.
The thing I've learned about TV is that nothing is certain, but I'm working on 3 different show ideas, and I'm trying to Shonda Rhimes. As soon as anything becomes definite trust, I'm not going to keep that shit to myself. I'm just going to be like, hey, haters!
Hi, haters.
This is happening. I'm so excited because I have like the people that, oh my God, I'm so excited. Just for me, but I'm also excited for like 6-year-old me who got picked on a lot.
So excited. Should you need any terrible actresses, I'm available.
As am I.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so I really would like to objectify men with you
Oh.
for a little while.
You do it so well.
And it doesn't happen enough, I don't think, you know? So we know about your love of Channing Tatum, all the Magic Mike guys, but have you seen the black version of Magic Mike, Chocolate City?
No.
It came out May 22nd, y'all. This is a real movie.
It's a real thing.
They
What's his
straight
name is
up
in
made
it?
the
It came out on
version of
what?
Magic Mike. In theaters. Actual theaters. Chocolate City.
Now that you know, are you interested in seeing it?
Of course.
Would you like to schedule a girls' night with lots of bourbon?
Speaking of men, though,
Yes. Speak
have
of
you?
them.
I need to go see San Andreas tomorrow. That just is something that has to happen. But have you seen The Rock lately?
We're trying to have him on the show, yo.
Yes, you need to bring him on, and I will fly here for that.
When it happens.
He's just so.
Yes.
Oh, ever since he started being in Fast and Furious, the best movie ever. He's just so thick in his thighs, and then
he is a monster of a man.
I was talking about his neck head yesterday, like
the neck head. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And his chest, and then he does that little.
Little flex.
Oh. And the thing that gets me is he's a freak. You know he is.
Oh, of course he's a freak.
I can't comment
because he's so big, and he just takes a woman or a man and like spins them around, and then like plops them on him, and then runs around the room. Yes. Oh.
Sometimes you just need to be thrown around. I have heard
from others
because my mother is watching.
I can't speak to that myself, but if he threw me up against this wall, he could have his way in front of everyone here.
We might need a refill in a minute because the thirst just skyrocketed. So I'm just saying.
The thirst is real. Well, you're welcome.
Roxane, you are very good at flirting.
Yes. Ooh, we need lessons.
And
help.
Me and Tracy desperately need lessons.
Desperately.
And as like a queer woman, do you have like different strategies for different types of folks? Because I definitely do.
Yeah, definitely.
Because men are basic.
Yeah. With men, I have no game. With men, I'm just like, let's do it.
And that usually works, right?
Yeah,
they don't need a lot.
Because men are basic.
Oh my God. Yeah, I find that men are generally easier, but with men, I never know when they're interested in me. I'm just like you really have to spell it out. Like spell it literally. You have to put it on a sign and be like, hey. And that's when I'll be like, oh, okay. With women are complicated little creatures. Not to say that men are simple, but it's true.
It's true.
With women, you have to have some seduction game, and so I try to play the long game and just like years.
Talk to us about your long game.
That's a very long time.
I'm like all about the romance and the little surprises, and let's do some nice things, and let's go walk through this park and. Oh yeah, it's good.
The women in this audience are here for it.
Hey,
they're
ladies.
all shouting yes.
For those who cannot see what's happening, somebody just got the Holy Ghost.
Yes.
Get us. Where's the Urshas? Get the Urshas out
here. You read and write a lot of erotica.
Jesus
I didn't know
Christ.
until recently.
We have to bring that up.
No, you don't.
Front Street. It's too late now. I mean, I can only imagine that you're amazing at it because
I am amazing at it.
Yes. So I wanted to ask you a pretty simple question. What are your least favorite and most favorite words for a man's penis? Ooh. I can start off. My least favorite is member. Never here for it. Never.
Member, rod, pole, piston.
Some of our balloons are just flying everywhere.
For those who again cannot see what happened, we have some balloons that spell out another round, and the U could not take it. The U was like, nah, bruh, I'm out, we done. So the U is gone.
The U is gone. I like cock.
You like cock?
I do.
I mean, the word.
I think I'm here for cock.
Let me cool myself down.
Wait. I've never ever in my life heard black women say they are pro the word cock. Ever.
I'm from Nebraska.
That's true.
Granted. What is your excuse? Because you're from the DMV, right?
I don't really have an excuse. I just like cock.
Please tweet that with no context. I have no excuse. I just like cock.
It starts out hard and it ends up hard. What's not to like?
Right. Wait, can I list an unfavorite of mine that's in horrible erotica? When they refer to it as
Tracy also writes erotica.
Hey.
Whoa.
Did I say that?
Whoa.
Tracy does not write erotica.
Heather, my mama is watching.
Tracy does not write erotica.
I don't even want to say what my least favorite. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all. But when they just say like his sex is throbbing. Don't do that. Just don't.
I generally stick to dick or cock in my writing. I mean, you're not there for that. You're there for like how he uses it.
Right.
And so that's where I spend my creative energy.
What are some like erotica tropes you could like do without?
Oh God, woman is kidnapped, falls in love with her kidnapper. Nah.
Nobody does that.
Oh, I always hate unrealistic, like physically unrealistic sex scenes. Like to this day, I'll never forget. I read a submission once for an erotica anthology, and a man was on an escalator going up, and he was fucking a woman on the step above him on the escalator.
You are lying.
Think about it.
Can I read this?
And
where can I find this?
Right, his dick would have had to been this long.
We were just shown the entire length of Roxane Gay's arm. Which sounds very uncomfortable.
It depends on how I use it.
Girl, a little hot, guys.
On that note.
It's getting way too hot in here. We gotta wrap up, y'all.
It's too hot. We are too parched. This could go on forever.
Jenna, our producer, is telling us to wrap it up.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. What did you get to say?
I think it's time for a little thing we call Drunken Debates. So, Drunken Debates, if you don't know, is a little game we like to play. We throw a bunch of random items into a bowl. This time we solicited answers from Twitter. So these are all Twitter suggested
all Twitter
items.
suggestions. So there's going to be 2 rounds, correct?
There's going to be 2 rounds, 2 minutes each. Even though I invented the game, I have lost every round.
I wasn't going to mention that I am the reigning champion of Drunken Debates. I wasn't even going to say that. But since you brought it up, I would like to point out that I am undefeated. Miss Gay.
Roxane,
we are in.
Would you like to be our official judge for this round of Drunken Debates?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So each round, you choose the winner. 2 rounds. If we're tied, there will be a tiebreaker.
What if I already know the winner?
Wait,
no, you're fired.
You gotta hear the debate.
Would anyone else like to officiate?
What is this? This is a proper debate.
I got it.
Okay.
You gotta hear both sides. Shout out to Jesus.
Shout out to Jesus.
I was about to say.
Yes. All right, Tracy, we're going through the bowl, guys.
All right, drum roll. Thanks. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. What you got?
I have The Power of Flight.
Damn, that's a good one.
What you got, Tracy?
What is better than The Power of Flight? I'll tell you what's better. Motherfucker. That's not what I got. I got goddamn Sandra Lee's Kwanzaa cake. You are kidding me right now. You are joking me.
Woo! All right.
I'm going to go back to Twitter. I'm going to find out who suggested this.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get 2 minutes on the clock?
Wait. Is there anybody here who was not familiar with Sandra Lee's Kwanzaa cake?
For the record, Sandra Lee's Kwanzaa cake. Sandra Lee is a person on the Food Channel.
She's got a cooking show.
She's got a
White lady with a cooking show.
And one day, she decided to make a Kwanzaa cake.
Let me tell you what this woman did.
That's it. That's the whole story.
She took an angel food cake, pre-made, didn't make it herself.
Angel food. You know that bouncy shit? It's like nice and fluffy.
Very spongy. It actually feels really nice.
Very spongy. It's great.
She took it, wham, chops it in half, slices it in half. She has like some kind of cocoa, cinnamon, nutmeg, frosting. Puts it in the middle. Bam, puts the top back on. She takes a can of apples, pours it in the middle of the hole. All right, cool, whatever. I can maybe still get with this. Stick some candles in it, red, black, and green, of course, because it's Kwanzaa. And then she sprinkles acorns.
And pumpkin seeds.
Yes.
So just so y'all know what the fuck
and
this
then she was like,
cake is.
I need to taste this.
All right, Tracy.
Okay, so I am arguing for Sandra Lee's Kwanzaa cake.
We have 2 minutes on the clock, y'all.
I'm not scared. I ain't scared.
Do you want to start, Tracy?
No, you can go. You can start.
All right. Let's start the clock, y'all. So, the power of flight. Let me tell you about the power of flight. If I ever wanted a superpower, I would just appear in different locations. That's all I want to do. The power of flight is like the one thing no regular human can do that I would want to do that is like great for literally any situation. You're trying to get out of something. You're like, oh, sorry, I'm already in Brooklyn. You're trying to get into something. You're like, oh, shit, my friend's party's Manhattan. I'm gonna go. Solves all your location problems. And then it's great for hookups. You would just be like, fly over.
Scandalous, heathenous
And
activities.
great for work where you're like, I want to go from work to home directly, which I think about all the time. Where's our Harry Potter technology where we can apparate somewhere? I'm waiting. But for now, I'll take the power of flight.
All right, cool. You can fly. Big deal. And
Thank you.
We don't need this. We don't need any of this. So, you can fly. I guess that's cool. Let me tell you about Sanjali's Kwanzaa cake.
Talk to me, Tracy.
This cake has everything you need for your Kwanzaa celebration, right? It's got the motherfucking it got the candles, cause you notice that day it's like Umoja probably. It's got where you gotta light the candles.
Look at you know the Kwanzaa days.
Look at me on the Kwanzaa days. You gotta light your candles. You're with your family, and y'all just like black and beautiful and shining in the candlelight, and you look at your loved one, right?
Listen, I love Kwanzaa. I never want to share acorns and sunflower seeds with my family.
I don't remember cutting you off. What? Hey, whoa, no! Ah!
Time's up, bitches.
Your verdict.
Oh, girl.
So,
Oh, that's hard.
all right.
No, Heben.
I mean, is this the 2004 film featuring several members of B2K? Because you just got served.
I mean, that's fine. That's fair. Who puts acorns
I'm not
on
gonna
a
lie,
cake?
I was
That's
kind of
not
set up.
I
for that
just
one.
learned about that cake a couple months ago, and there's a YouTube video where she makes the
Please
cake.
YouTube it.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Y'all
but
gotta look at
bless
this
her
video.
heart.
This
have
cake
to.
looks interesting.
And she meant it, and the
If we're being
candles are
generous.
huge. They're
The
like,
candles are like this big.
it's not even little birthday candles.
These are big ass candelabra candles, okay? I'm gonna find who suggested the damn Kwanzaa cake. I'm gonna go
All
find
right,
them. I'm gonna go find them.
the power of invisibility.
Why are you getting all the superpowers? Yes, bitch. High-heeled shoes. Let's go. So you went first last round, right? Fair
All
is
right,
fair.
2 minutes on the clock.
Let go. Bitch, listen. You feeling
I'm
down about
listening.
yourself. You feeling away. Whatever. I have many days where I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, you know what? I just feel like real dowdy, whatever. Like my hair is ashy, my belly's like hanging over my whatever. You know what I do? Get in our closet, get out them pumps, put them on, just strut around my house. Just strut. There's something about the way a high-heeled shoe, like it distributes all like your womanly parts, and like you walking and stuff's going this way and that way. And bam, 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 bam. Instant mood boost. Let me tell you something else. Your man, your woman, your lady, if you watch porn, chances are you're really into high-heeled shoes. You know those shoes that you buy, they're mad uncomfortable, make no logical sense, whatever. You can't walk in them, but that's fine, because walking is not what you bought them for.
All right. Listen. Okay,
Listen.
I hear you.
Uh-huh.
But listen, I know I'm wearing heels right now.
Oh, interesting to note. Interesting.
I already
Glad you
regret
pointed
bringing
that out.
up. But I mean, for the most part, most women don't want to wear heels because it's mad uncomfortable. Literally, no one has somehow managed to like capture a comfortable heel situation. They're all mad uncomfortable.
Untrue.
This is not
Untrue.
Let me finish.
Oh, but you remember when you cut me off, but that's fine. You can go ahead.
So
33
not
seconds. I'm
only-
giving you 10 before I get in it.
So not only are they mad uncomfortable, you have to like trip over yourself to like exist in them. Let me talk to you about the power of being invisible. Let me tell you about all the conversations you can
16 seconds,
overhear,
I'm not-
all the business plans you can overhear, all the friendship plans you can overhear.
Not as fun as high-heeled shoes. There are women who enjoy them, who can walk in them. If you can't walk in them, you don't have to walk in them. Try it out. Much better than the power of
What?
Woo! Than the power of invisibility.
All right, Roxane, we're gonna need you to put down a verdict.
Well, I appreciate the look of a woman in a good heel.
Girl.
That's incontrovertible. So
Girl.
Tracy wins this one.
Girl.
All right, time for the tiebreaker. All right, I have diva cups.
How many women here use diva cups?
Good question. Like maybe 5. Maybe 2.
So for those who don't know,
About
a
2.
diva cup is like a alternative version of a tampon or pad, but
It's
it's
a
like
cup.
It's a cup that you insert inside yourself.
And that
catch
you have
all
to
the
take
stuff.
out in public. So
Roxane, why are you
once a
undermining
day,
me?
not the way I bleed.
Okay, I have toddlers.
Right, 2 minutes on the clock. I'm about to go. All
go
right, let
ahead.
me talk to you about diva cups. Listen, it is so kind of annoying and underwhelming how much women are like afraid to even buy tampons and pads in like a fucking regular ass grocery store.
I ain't scared to buy shit. I'm a grown woman.
Can I live,
I pay
Tracy?
taxes. I'm an adult.
But the diva thing, the diva cup, you only need to buy it like not as often as a fucking tampon or pad. It costs way less money. It's super environmentally friendly. And like, I know like white feminists have like put a monopoly on like being in tune with your period.
I feel like you just lost. I feel like you're done.
Like, they should not have a monopoly on that shit. It's like, this is our body. You're like gonna be comfortable with like being like, oh, I can take out a diva cup and like live my life.
I can reach inside of myself in a public place.
In a bathroom.
Possibly have to squat. You know how small bathroom stalls are? They're tiny. I have a friend who said to me, and I quote, I tried the diva cup and I had to give birth to that bitch in a bathroom. And like, it clamped, it sucked onto her cervix.
Listen,
I need my cervix for that. It's reusable if you can get it out. If you gotta go to the doctor every time to get it out, that costs a lot of money. Let me tell you about toddlers. Toddlers are adorable. Toddlers are precious. Toddlers are
children.
I love children. How can you say that? I love children. I want 1,000 children myself, but I just don't want to have them myself. Different story. Anyway, toddlers are just so young and pure and adorable. They're unmarred by the awful shit in the world. A toddler looks at you and they're just
this
like,
argument.
oh, but you drew diva cups, so. Diva cups are mad inconvenient. You have to wash it. You have to boil them. I don't want to cook my. All right. Verdict is the
This
tiebreaker.
one wasn't even close.
I know. It really
Tracy,
wasn't.
you won.
I know.
The winner and champion
I don't know
of
why I
Working
even tried.
Debates
I
is.
invented this game and I still
You were a formidable opponent, though.
That's not helpful.
I'm trying. I care about you, so I wanted to make you feel better.
Doesn't help.
Ooh, we get to buy a round. I'm so excited.
All right, y'all.
Is that what it's
so
called?
if you listen to the podcast regularly, you know this is where we buy a round for someone, something, some noun, some whatever.
Some
Tracy,
anything.
would you like to take it away?
Hell yeah. So I am buying a round for hyenas.
What?
Hear me out. Specifically, female hyenas, okay? I believe, if you follow me on Twitter, then you already know this rant, because I went on it a while ago. But I believe that hyenas get a bad rap because of The Lion King.
Wait.
They were assholes in that movie. They was trying to kill Simba, baby Simba. It's fucked up.
True.
And they were all just like, under Scar's control. They couldn't think for themselves, whatever. And they were just like, whatever. Okay. Hyenas, not that you wouldn't want a pet hyena. They're very vicious.
I think
Whatever.
The Lion King is the first movie I ever saw in America.
Really? Yeah. What did you think of hyenas after you saw them? You was like, I ain't fucking with them.
Well, I was like, oh, they all sound like Whoopi Goldberg.
If hyenas sounded like Whoopi Goldberg, that would be mad cool.
So why are you trying to buy around for them?
I'm buying rounds for hyenas because they live in a matriarchal society.
I did not know that.
Let me tell you about hyenas, son.
All right, tell me about hyenas, though.
So, the females, whatever, they're larger than the males are. Typically doesn't happen in any species. Mm-hmm. The female, they run shit. Hyenas have developed what is called a pseudo-penis.
Go on.
Okay. It's basically like an elongated clit, right? And this is due to high levels of testosterone. I really like animals, okay? I like animals a lot. I read up on hyenas. But they have such high levels of testosterone that they basically they have like a fake penis, right? And the men, when it comes time to mate, they have to submit to them like instantly. Even if there's a male that's bigger than the female, they submit. Doesn't matter. Right? Aren't you all the way in already? Listen. So the anatomy of the female hyena's genitalia is such that they're basically rape-proof, right? So there are animals, I know, I'm sorry, just hang in there with me. There are some animals like ducks. Uh-huh. Ducks are heartless rapists. They are. Ducks, dolphins, rape is rampant in the animal kingdom. Not in hyenas, though. Here's why. Because they also have pseudo-scrotums, pseudo-testes that they have to get in a certain position for the male to copulate with them. Listen, if that is not consent, I don't know what is. She has to be like, okay, I approve of you physically, fine. I approve of your submission, fine. I have to I don't know what position they have to get in for this to happen, but they have to make an effort for any copulation to happen. Otherwise, also, if the sex is whack, they attack them. So they have all the sexual power.
Okay.
And so their entire society is based on the women, what the women want, how they want to get down. That's it.
That was a journey, Tracy.
Around for hyenas.
Roxane, would you like to buy a round?
Hyenas.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, well, can't beat the hyena.
Can't beat a hyena.
But I'm going to buy a round for my husband.
Ooh.
Which one?
Channing Tatum.
All right.
Oh, he's just so great. From She's the Man all the way to today.
That's love. If you can love that man
She's
after
the Man
She's
is
the
a
Man.
classic.
Yeah, and in the preview, the trailer for Magic Mike XXL, when he's holding the steel rod and sparks are ejaculating from it because he's making furniture because that's his true dream.
Wait, is this the actual plot of Magic? I haven't seen it.
Well, it's basically there's no plot in Magic Mike. The plot is that men take off their clothes.
Okay.
And so everything else
I'm
is just
now.
yeah, everything else is just time until men take off their clothes. But Channing is just so happy all the time, and he has a neck. Oh, it's just I just want to sink my teeth into it. And then he sends emails with a lot of exclamation points, as the Sony leak taught us. And
I love that you appreciate a man's punctuation.
Yes.
I appreciate a lot about him. And his thighs and his abdomen and his just face. He's just like a blank slate, and we just project our desire onto him, and he amplifies it with his greatness.
I feel like you're writing erotica right now.
I know.
I love him so much. It's really actually weird how much I love Channing, and I'm really lucky that I'm supported in this. Thank you.
Always and forever. Good job. All right, Hev, who you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna buy a round for myself.
Yeah.
And for Tracy. So Tracy does this thing on Twitter called...
Oh, yeah, I'm commotional in here.
Tracy does this thing on Twitter called Just One Thing. And it's her little hashtag. And I feel for the longest time, my Just One Thing was called a psychiatrist. but I couldn't call a psychiatrist without calling a therapist because most people are like, you have to have like the therapy to do the drugs. But I was like, no, I need the drugs to do the therapy. It was like a long journey, and I'm trying to do this without crying.
Heaven, oh my God.
I'm proud of myself.
I'm going to cry.
I'm gonna cry. I can't look.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Nobody.
All right.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Honestly, this event couldn't have come at a worse time for me personally. But I still did it anyway. Yes. I'm so proud of myself.
Warrior. Hell yeah, Heaven. Yes. So, I'm proud of you too.
Like every day, Tracy's like, everything's gonna be okay. Aww. And it genuinely makes me feel better.
Yes. Not only are you here, you are flawless, you are slaying, you are
Listen.
Hell yeah.
All right, for real, I'm not crying. No, you're crying.
It's just allergies, girl. My allergies is acting up too.
No, but for real. Self-care is not just like a thing we talk about. It's like a real thing in our lives.
We check in every day.
Every day.
How are you feeling? What do you need?
But yeah, a round of drinks on me, on WNYC, and for all of y'all. Like, I really appreciate it.
Aww. Are you guys okay?
All right, now that I have the tears wiped away from my face.
We did it, right?
We did it! We would like to give so many shout outs. A special shout out for WNYC and the Women's Podcast Festival. How to be a grown-ass podcaster. We really wanted to give you guys a sense of like the process and like how we actually do the show. So like the whole point for us is like we want more women to be podcasters.
Yes.
So like I just want you guys
to hear how we men have this thing. Men have enough shit.
Yeah, special shout out to Jen Poyant and Caitlin Thompson at WNYC.
Great job.
We really want to give a special shout out to the staff at the Green Space, including Jennifer.
The Jerome L. Green Space.
Jerome L. Green
So earlier, the lab report was because the dog was a lab report.
So yes,
you'll get it later.
Everyone involved in Jerome L. Green Space and Jennifer Sandro and Ricardo Fernandez.
Yes.
Shout out to Kapali for providing chocolate.
I didn't even get any. Was the chocolate good, y'all? Y'all like the chocolate?
Like we were like, oh yeah, we'd love to have chocolate at our
Who would
event.
say no to free chocolate?
A special big shout out to the Pod Squad. I said
Listen, I'm sorry. And the Pod Squad, by the way, is our production team. Jenna Weiss-Bergman, Julia Furlan, Eleanor Kagan.
You know how in like high school and college they made you do all these fucking group events or like group projects, and you're like, fuck this shit. I did all this shit on my own.
Nobody's gonna work. It's gonna be all on me.
But this is like a rare moment where like a group project is actually making the whole entire project better. So you
basically,
should never,
if they did not exist, none of us would be.
You should never think of another round as just me and Tracy.
Ever.
You absolutely have to think about it as Jenna Weiss-Bergman, Julia Furlan, and Eleanor Kagan.
If it was just
no
us,
way, we would not sound the same at all.
No,
absolutely not. The Pod Squad is real, y'all.
Pod Squad.
We'd like to give a special shout out to Chris Ritter at BuzzFeed for doing all of our graphics. She makes us look mad professional.
Yes.
And we'd love to shout out Jean Gray and Donwell for all the music.
For the custom music, the music that was created just for us. Yes, Jean Gray. Absolutely.
And shout out to the Tracy.
Oh, also shout out to the Heaven.
For being a great co-host.
Oh, girl. Also, thank you to Roxane.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I'm sure you had 1,000 other places that would have given you anything to show up.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, y'all.
Yay. Woo. Ow, ow. Ow, ow. My horn is a little slow. I guess the verb isn't working.
Shut up, Tracy.
Know where you was when